Hello, you beautiful soul. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the 3 things inside of you that affect everything outside of you. Now let's go deeper into how your inner world creates your outer experience. Because once you understand this, everything in your life becomes flexible. It becomes changeable. Everything is rearrangeable. Nothing is fixed. Nothing is final. Nothing is fate. Let that sink in. We've been conditioned to think otherwise because it takes the responsibility off of us, and we can say, oh, the universe did it, or oh, God made it this way or that way. Your entire outer life is shaped by 3 things inside of you: your heart, your mind, and your gut. These 3 create your emotional signature, and your emotional signature becomes the blueprint the universe is reading to bring you your experiences. Your heart is the magnet, and oftentimes you'll hear me talk about electromagnetic frequencies. The heart has a magnetic signature that is 5,000 times greater than your mind, which means that your heart is actually more of a magnet than anything, and it's attracting and pulling into you the experiences of your life. So your heart is the magnet, your mind is the interpreter, and your gut is the compass. Of course, everybody has heard someone say, follow your gut. There's a reason for that, because your gut is your compass. When these 3 systems are out of harmony, your life feels chaotic, you feel ungrounded, you feel unsure, you feel pulled in 10 different directions, you feel like nothing is working. But when your heart, your mind, and your gut all fall into alignment, the field around you has no other choice but to become ordered. And all of the sudden, opportunities show up, people show up, synchronicities become common everyday occurrences, clarity appears, and intuition becomes greater than your actual vision. And what happens is you stop living from fear and start living from purpose. You stop reacting and you start responding. And let me say that again. You stop reacting and you start responding. Reaction is from the emotions, and it's chaotic. Response is from your inner resonance, and it's always coherent, and it's always more in alignment with your true self. Your reactions get you out of your true self because your feelings take you out of bounds and you get reactive. But you're responsive. When you're responsive, you're actually tuning into that inner resonance that actually is always correct. Your heart has roughly 40 million neurons. So your heart has millions of neurons, and it also has its own nervous system. So your heart is actually running the show as far as I'm concerned. Your gut has over 100 million neurons, and your brain, of course, it has billions of neurons. All 3 are constantly communicating. You're not a brain walking around with a body. You are a 3-part intelligence system working together as one. And the world has taught you to think through your life. It has taught you to think your way through your problems and your issues. But the truth is, according to the neurons that are in our heart and our gut and our brain, that we're actually better designed to feel our way through life, to listen inwardly, to perceive through intuition, and to know through resonance. Thinking alone is the smallest form of intelligence. Feeling is much deeper. Sensing is an ancient technology that we all have. And intuition, dare I say, intuition is divine. This is why Jesus spoke so often about the heart. This is why he said, out of the heart flow the issues of life. And he also said, the eye is the lamp of the body. And he also said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. The kingdom of God is within you. He wasn't speaking metaphorically. He was describing an inner reality that science is just now catching up to. The heart is not just an organ. It's the bridge between your physical world and the unseen world. It's the broadcasting antenna. And whatever you broadcast becomes the pattern in the quantum field that mirrors back to you. The heart is not just an organ. It's a bridge between your physical world and the unseen world. It is the broadcasting antenna. And whatever you broadcast becomes the pattern the quantum field mirrors back to you. Now let's talk about why you keep manifesting the same unwanted situations. It's not because you're unlucky or cursed or unworthy. It's because your subconscious mind is running on a familiar emotional pattern. Let me say that again. Your subconscious mind is running on a familiar emotional pattern. Your brain wires itself to support what is familiar, even if it's painful. Crazy, I know. Your brain wires itself to support what is familiar, even if it hurts. Stress becomes familiar. Worry becomes familiar. I hate this one. Heartbreak becomes familiar. Feeling alone becomes familiar. Financial anxiety becomes familiar. It becomes normal. Emotional survival becomes familiar. And because it's familiar, your subconscious mind holds on to it, not because it's good for you, but because it's predictable. And that's what your subconscious mind is looking for. Your nervous system loves what's predictable. It fears the unknown, even when the unknown is better. This is why people stay in unhealthy relationships. This is why people sabotage financial progress. This is why people walk away from blessings that they've prayed for. This is why people repeat the same cycles. The unknown scares the body more than the painful familiar. So when you attempt to create change using only willpower, it feels like pushing a boulder up a hill. Willpower belongs to the 5% conscious mind, while the subconscious mind holds the other 95%. I am going to bet on the 95% over the 5%. You cannot overpower 95% with just 5%. That's why change fails. That's why goals collapse. That's why affirmations feel hollow. That's why old emotions pull you back. Does that sound familiar to anyone? But there is a way to change the subconscious. There is a way to create neural pathways. There is a way to break the emotional addictions that keep you stuck. Yes, emotional addictions are keeping you stuck. And the doorway is the heart. When you enter heart coherence, you interrupt the autopilot program. You interrupt stress chemistry. You interrupt old emotional signatures. You disrupt the timeline that kept you repeating the same life events over and over again. Coherence is the reset button. Coherence is the doorway to consciousness. Coherence is the moment your spirit comes online. Coherence is when the heart becomes louder than your fear. Coherence is when you shift into creation mode. In coherence, your brain waves slow down into alpha and sometimes theta. These are the same states children live in, the same states where the subconscious is most programmable. This is why coherence is the key to transformation. It bypasses the conscious mind and goes directly into the deep operating system. In coherence, the heart and brain synchronize. The gut relaxes. The nervous system stops firing survival signals. The amygdala quiets. The prefrontal cortex strengthens. Intuition rises. Creativity increases. Longevity genes activate. Inflammation decreases. Healing accelerates. Is there any reason why anyone would not want to get into coherence? These effects are not imaginary. They've been documented in peer-reviewed studies from the Institute of Heart Math, Harvard, Stanford, and the National Institute of Health. Coherence strengthens the immune system. Coherence increases DHEA, the youth hormone. Coherence improves cognitive clarity. Coherence decreases cortisol. I mean, just imagine if we could cut the cortisol of half of the nation. Coherence increases serotonin. Coherence stabilizes blood pressure. Coherence reduces anxiety and depression. Coherence increases parasympathetic activity, which is the healing state of the body. So coherence heals the body. Your biology responds to your emotion. Your genes respond to your inner environment. The field responds to your frequency. When you elevate your emotional state intentionally, you're not just thinking positively, you're altering chemistry, you're shifting electrical patterns, you're reorganizing magnetic fields, rewriting subconscious programs, and sending a different signal into the universe. This is why elevated emotion is the engine of manifestation. This is why gratitude is powerful. This is why love changes everything. This is why compassion heals. This is why joy attracts. And this is why peace aligns. Let me go back to this. This is why elevated emotion is the engine of manifestation. The field isn't so much reading your thoughts. Your thoughts are electric. It's reading your feelings. Your feelings come from your heart, and your feelings are magnetic. So if you can get the electrical and the magnetic signals in alignment together, your thinking mind and your feeling heart and your gut, that's a compass, you begin to walk in alignment. The feeling state becomes the creation state. So let's talk about where most people get stuck. Most people don't know how to elevate emotion on purpose. They only feel gratitude when something happens. They only feel joy when life gives them a reason. They only feel peace when circumstances calm down. And the problem with that is all these things only happen when circumstances happen and when life does something and when the external world provides something. But you have to reverse this. You don't wait for life to give you the emotion. You generate the emotion so life can give you the result. This is the entire secret to shifting your timeline. If you wait for blessings before you feel blessed, you stay stuck. But when you feel blessed before the blessing accelerates towards you. If you wait for love before you feel love, nothing changes. But when you feel love for yourself first, you attract relationships that mirror it. Emotion is creation. Emotion is causation. Emotion is the signal that rearranges the field around you. That's why you have to get into the feeling state of the desired outcome. You put yourself into that state and into that place. You actually walk in those shoes in your mind and in your heart first, and then watch it unfold in your actual everyday reality. And here's where it gets exciting, because once you learn how to intentionally generate elevated emotion, you begin to step into a limitless life. You begin to realize you're not a victim of circumstances. You're a participant in the creation you're walking in. You are not trapped in the old identity. You are not chained to your past. You are not stuck in the default mode network. And you are not bound to your childhood programming. You are not limited by yesterday. The moment, and I mean the moment you enter coherence, the moment you elevate emotion, the moment you breathe into your heart with intention, something extraordinary happens. The field around you begins to shift. The future begins to reorganize around your thoughts and feelings. Life starts moving towards the version of you that's broadcasting the highest signal. And if you want help learning how to generate these emotions intentionally, comment shift in the comments and I will send you the personalized coherence training intake. It is not about selling anything. It's about giving you the tools to reshape your inner world so your outer world follows. You deserve to know how to do this. You deserve to live in coherence. I deserve to live in coherence. And you deserve to feel aligned. You deserve to create the life you've been dreaming of. And this is where we begin stepping into the next level of transformation.